Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy James from What's Your Forte, and today I'm going to be reviewing this 2021 BMW X1. All right, let's get it. All right, so if this is your first time coming to my channel, my name is James, and I do reviews on cars, my own personal builds, and also tech and camera gear. If that is something you may be interested in, please hit that subscribe button. So for those that have been on my channel, you may be wondering, what am I doing with this 2021 X1? No, I haven't sold the M3. The M3 is at the shop, and I got this for a loaner. So I figured, why not give a review on this nice X1? This is one of the cheaper entries on getting a BMW if you're looking at getting your first BMW or if you need a compact size SUV. So how I do the reviews on my channel, I cover the exterior, the interior, we go for a drive, and then I give my final thoughts on the vehicle. So now first, let's go ahead and talk about the spec sheet of this BMW X1. All right, when we're gonna discuss the spec sheet, I actually have a cheat sheet here. I actually have the window sticker. So this is the actual window sticker for this car. The loaner, they left it in the glove box, so I was able to use that, and I'm able to tell you exactly what is on this car, all right? So the official make and model of this car, this is a 2021 BMW X1 xDrive 28i. The xDrive indicates that it is all-wheel drive, and that 28i indicates the type of engine that is in it. So it's a 2-liter turbo engine, 228 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. That engine is good enough to get you to 60 in 6.3 seconds with the xDrive system. I would say for me, driving the car personally, the car does feel very, very perky. It does feel very quick, you know, and it's definitely quick for what the car is. So it's definitely adequate enough power for probably 80 to 90% of drivers on the road. I think it does have enough power for majority of people. Now, that engine is also going to net you 23 in the city, 31 on the highway, 26 combined as far as miles per gallon is concerned. Now, this beautiful blue that you're looking at, it is called Storm Bay Metallic. It is nice. It's like a blue Nardo, if I had to say so myself. It is a beautiful color. It is a custom color. So looking at the stat sheet here, says this color is actually a $1,200 option. It's definitely a very, very nice color. And if I was to spec one out, I probably would get this color. This color is super nice. And if you're thinking about pricing, let's go ahead and start with the base price of this X1. The base price of this BMW X1 is $37,400. All right, this actual loaner is equipped with the premium package. The premium package gets you power folding mirrors, the comfort access, the panel roof, which is beautiful. You get auto dimming mirrors, you get the LED headlights, which is a must, navigation and heads up display. I will say if you're gonna get an X1, get the premium package. It just adds those touches to it that makes this SUV feel very special. And for $4,000, it's not that expensive of an option for all the stuff you get. And it's stuff you're actually gonna use and need. So I actually think that $4,000 price for the premium package is well worth it. Now, final price out the door, including destination for this type of spec, gonna put you back $44,000. So that isn't that bad for what you're getting. You're getting an SUV, a compact SUV. It's good on gas. It's pretty quick, and it looks good with a panoramic roof. I would say for like a daily or just like a basic commuter car or like an upscale commuter car, this is perfect. This will get you everything you need. You get good gas mileage. You got enough power to get around town, to lug some stuff in, and you're good to go. So now let's go ahead and do a quick walk around of the car. All right, everyone, so this is the front of the car you see right here. And if you look right there, those are those laser LEDs lights that you get with the premium package. And as I stated before, these things look good, and I think they are well worth it, man. Front grille right there, the grills did get a little bigger this year. And kind of the main difference that I noticed with the 2021 version is they kind of revised the front end. The front end looks a little different on the 2021s. And it's kind of like a mixture of like the newer BMW stuff and then some of the older BMW stuff. Yep, so this car is equipped with 18s, as you guys see right there. They're all season Goodyears, and they are 225, 50, 18 on all four corners. So with xDrive, they didn't go with a staggered setup on this car. They went with the same size on all four corners. So you got your regular side mirror right here. You got the lines right there, so you can touch that to lock. If you got a key in your pocket, and then you can just kind of gonna take a step back, man. Just look at this blue, look at this color. I think it just looks great. I think this color looks good, especially with the silver wheels and the silver trim on the bottom. This blue just looks wonderful. And as you guys can see right there on top, that is the panoramic roof. Now, as you can also see, it's kind of raining, so I'm trying to hurry up and do this before I get rained out here. But this is the back of the car here. It's got the X1 badging right there. You can see right there, we got some real exhaust pipes. Thank you, BMW, for putting the real exhaust pipes in your cars. There's a lot of manufacturers that are going to the fake pipes, which I hate. I hate as an enthusiast. Give me real exhaust tips, real exhaust tips sticking out the back. Don't give me some fake integrated pipes. I hate that look, me personally. But we got the X Drive badging right there. This lid right here, the trunk does have an integrated spoiler, as you guys can kind of see right there. And everything just looks good. It flows good. It is a nice looking SUV, man. From the exterior of the car, it is very, very nice. I don't really have any complaints. And I think just the size and how everything is integrated into the car just looks good to me. I think it's a good looking SUV. It's basically it's a baby X3. It's a baby X3. It's basically what it is. And for $35,000, you're getting a lot for your money. So let's go ahead. Now that we finished with the exterior of the car and that is picking up in rain, and I don't want to get too wet, let's go ahead into the interior of the car. All right, everyone, so now we are on the interior of the car. As you can see right there, this is the dash. It is not a full digital dash, but it's kind of like an integrated. So you kind of have the traditional looking speedo, but it's actually a digital speedo, but it's just in a traditional format. So nothing too fancy there. And as you can see down there at the bottom, you got your temperature, mileage, and then also how much you have left in your gas tank. And it also shows the digital readout of the actual speed. And if you can look up there, I'm gonna see if I can get it to focus. There is a heads-up display on this model. You might be able to see it now. So you guys should be able to see the heads-up display now, right there in the middle of your screen. It's kind of tough to get on camera, but that is a heads-up display that you get with the premium package. So that's why I'll say, you know, that premium package is worth it, man. You get a lot for your money. So this is just a regular, typical BMW steering wheel for this class of vehicle. Nothing too fancy about it. It is very thin, especially compared to my M3. But it's very easy to grip. The material feels okay. The buttons and everything here feel pretty okay. They feel basic BMW stuff. Got your light switches on this side. Nice handle, nice ambient lighting, as you guys are seeing right there. So right now it's set at blue, but you can change the color of the ambient lighting there. Just regular BMW switches down here. This car does not have Harman Kardon sound system or anything like that. Just the basic sound system, and it sounds okay. As you start turning the volume up, the interior, you can hear some, distortion in audio. I would say if you care about audio, get the Harman Kardon system. If you don't really care too much, I think the system will be fine. Down here, you got like some regular buttons. You got heated seats. You got your climate controls and everything down here. You get a digital readout on actually what the temperature is and how your fan speed and everything like that. And they also have these programmable buttons right here, which you can see as I touch, they kind of show up there. And you can set those programmable buttons to anything. So everything in here is real typical BMW. Now, like I was telling you guys when we was outside the car, this kind of car is like a mix of like the newer age BMW stuff, like the G model stuff, and then actually the old F model stuff. Because this is more of an F model type infotainment with this size and the way this is iDrive. This is the older iDrive system. This is iDrive 6. It's got the older layout. It also has, some of the older tech in here as well. Even though this is a 2021, I'm assuming that the next model that comes out after this refresh is going to have everything's going to be updated more so to the new BMW standard. But this model here does not have all that stuff. They do have, it's like a mixture. Like they pick some things that they can throw in, like the ambient lighting and all that. And they changed the headlights. The headlights look almost exactly like my headlights on my M3. They changed some stuff, but some of this infotainment and stuff is still the same old stuff that we had in the previous model. So down here in this compartment right here, you can see you got a regular USB-C. You also have a cigarette lighter port right there. And then you also have your shifter. So this is a typical BMW shifter. You got a button on this left side here, park, reverse, drive, and neutral. And then you can throw it over in the sport mode. Yes, you do have a sport mode in the X1. Throw it over to a sport mode, and then you can shift manually there. Down here, as you guys can see, this is for traction right up here. You turn that off. So you do have a sport mode, comfort mode, and then Eco Pro. So if you hit the sport button, I'm gonna hit the sport button up here, and then you guys can kind of see right there, it says sport dynamic settings, and sport also flashes up there. And then if I go hit down one, you see where it says comfort right there, and then you get comfort right there. So, and then Eco Pro. Now this right here is this button right here is like your parking button. So if you want to bring up your parking sensors, so I'm gonna hit this button. And if you bring up your parking sensors, it kind of brings up your parking sensors right there and lets you know if you're close to something in the front or the rear. Now they will automatically come up once they sense you're very close to something, but you can engage them by hitting that button, which is pretty cool. Then you have the hill assist right there. So if you're going down something pretty steep, you can use that hill assist and then set the cruise control on the speed that you want it to set to help you go down a hill or go up a hill. So that's what that is, the hill climb assist. Then you just have your regular iDrive control over here, which is standard on all BMW stuff. And then you have your electronic parking brake right here. Pretty standard stuff in here. Then once you go inside the armrest, you see I got some stuff in gear in here. You have a USB-C port right down there. It's a USB-C port. And then you have a pretty good pocket, pretty good area down here to store stuff. And then you have like a second level that you can open right there. This has a built-in wireless phone charger. Both of my phones are too big to fit in here, but you can probably take this out. I'm pretty sure you can take it out, and then you can use this for storage as well. So all in all, there's lots of areas of storage here. You can put drinks right there, drinks right there, drinks on the side. You got these little pockets right here on the side here. Lots of storage in here, lots of options on where you want to put some stuff. Glove box there, you know, just standard glove box. It's lined with felt. Nothing too fancy there. It does have this stitching right here. I don't know, is this real? I wonder if this is real. If this is real stitching here. But it looks like it is. Looks like it is. It feels pretty good. It's probably not the most premium BMW stuff, but for this class of car, I think it's adequate enough. Now what we're gonna do is we'll kind of phase up here, and that is the panoramic sunroof that I was telling you guys about right there. So as you see how big it is, so this is the front of the car right here, and it goes all the way back. So very, very nice touch and feature, and it helps bring a lot of light into the cabin. So if you look at these buttons right up here, you can see where you can kind of close. So if you hit this button right here, it'll open the sunroof right there, so you can kind of get like a little vent. And then if I hit this button right here, it closes it. And then if I actually want to close the shade, I just push this all the way in, and then you can kind of see right there the shade is closing. So you can kind of stop it. If I push in on the button right there, it stops the shade wherever I hit that button at. So it'll stop it there. So if you only want the front shade part open and the back closed, you can do that. So you can kind of adjust it to wherever you want it to be at. So that's really cool as well. Back seat room, very, very good right there. I got some gear back there, but the back seat room is very good. We're actually gonna go ahead and go to the back seat right now, and I'll show you all the features in the back seat. All right, so as you guys can see right here, this is the back seat. You got some ambient lighting right there. You got your speaker. You got everything going on right there. Just step in. Stepping in is pretty easy. I did have to duck my head just a tad, but I am a little big. I'm 6'3", so I'm a little bit above average as far as height is concerned. But as you guys can see back here, we got a lot of room. You can kind of see right here how I'm sitting pretty good. I got room. My knees aren't hitting the back here. I do have the seat kind of put up a little bit, but there's still enough room for another adult to be up there. So you can definitely get 4 adults in here comfortably. I don't know about 5 though. Don't know if I really would put 5 adults in here, but 4, you definitely can get in very comfortably. So as a passenger, you get a pocket down here that can hold a drink. You get a handle, you get a speaker, so you can get some good audio. You got a emergency handle, as I like to call it. You got a light here that you can turn on. And you have 2 USB-C ports. So I like to say something about the USB-C ports. For anybody that has watched my X3 review video when I had an X3, when I had it for a loaner, I complained about the USB-C ports in that vehicle. It was an X3, it had a lot of options on it, and it only had 1 USB-C port in the whole entire vehicle. I said, this is a family SUV, and how you only have 1 USB-C port? I think BMW might have watched that video and was like, yeah, we need to give people some more port options in the car. And as you see, this car has a lot more port options. I was like, how you have a 5-seater SUV with 1 USB-C port. You know, you're gonna be transporting kids probably in it, transporting other adults in it, and everybody's gonna hook their phone up, batteries are dying, and they have 1 port to share from everybody. I think that's not sufficient. If you have an SUV, you need at least 1 port per seat in the vehicle. That should be mandatory. And that's just what I think. I'm glad to see that this vehicle actually has more than 1 USB-C port. Even if it's a regular USB-A, USB-C, whatever, as long as I have an option, I can plug an adapter in and make it work. You know what I mean? So I'm happy to see that in this vehicle. All right, another thing in the back seat looks like you got a map pocket here. You can put some storage there. And then looks like you should be able to pull this down. And you looks like you have some cup holders right there. So, all in all, it's a pretty nice back seat. I feel pretty comfortable back here. You know, as you see, I got some headroom, and I'm okay. Like I said, I'm 6'3", you know, and I got plenty of room back here. So, as you guys can see right there, you know, not too bad. It's not a bad place to be. If I had to take a ride back here, I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay. So, and you know, if I'm okay, the majority of y'all are gonna be okay. So it's pretty good. Pretty good job on the X1 BMW. Pretty good job. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is talk about the actual room in the trunk. So there's a button right underneath the actual BMW emblem right here. You hit that, the actual trunk will open, and you got this privacy cover that's kind of built in right there, which is pretty cool. And then you see right here, got a basketball and just some other gear back here. You got some nets on the side here that you can put stuff in, and actually have a place down here where you can put some stuff in too. But all in all, you can lift that, and you got some more storage underneath. So all in all, you got a lot of storage. You can definitely get some suitcases and stuff in here, and you shouldn't have any issue at all. The only thing that I don't see that I kind of wish it had, and I don't see it, let me look before I make a comment. I do not see a way to drop the actual rear seats from back here. Looks like you may have to go to the actual inside and drop them, which I think is a missed opportunity. I think they should have integrated maybe a button or something over here on the side to actually drop those seats from the back. Because if you're back here and you're loading something, then you got to stop loading it and go all the way around to the other side of the car, fold the seats down, and then come back. They should have an option to actually drop the seats back here, but it looks like they do not. I'm about to go double check that right now. Yep, so as I confirmed, you do have to drop the seats from the passenger rear section. So you see this latch right here. If I pull this latch, the seat folds down like that, and then I can push the seat back up, and then it kind of stays there. In order to get the seat all the way back in the position it was, I have to pull on this latch and then push it at the same time. So I'm trying to do this while I'm holding the camera. All right, I did it. So yeah, so that's how you get those actual seats down in the X1. All right, everyone, so now what I'm gonna do is go ahead and mount my cameras up inside the vehicle, and we're gonna go for a ride and go over the driving impressions on this X1. All right, guys, so as y'all can see now, I'm on the inside of the X1, and like I said, I fit pretty comfortable. As you guys see, I have lots of room. I got shoulder room. I will say the seats, they're basic. The seats are very basic. There's not a lot of support. They are comfortable, but there's just not a lot of support. So if you want real supportive seats, this may not be a car for you. But for most people, I think it will do a fine job. So what we're gonna do now is go on a little drive. So right, y'all guys can kind of see, I'm kind of in like a little warehouse area. So I'm just gonna drive around here, just kind of show off the car a little bit and the driving dynamics. But I would say the car is very comfortable. Driving the X-Drive feels pretty good. Don't really have any issues with that. Car has adequate speed, as I stated before, and it feels very good. I will say it's not a cornering beast or nothing like that. You're not gonna be breaking any lap records in this, but it is pretty quick off the line. So I know it's wet out here right now, but I don't think this car has launch control, and I'm not even gonna try it because this isn't my car. But I'm just gonna punch it from a standstill, and it is wet outside. So I'm gonna put the car in sport, put it in sport transmission. I'm gonna let the car do the shifting, and I'm just gonna punch it, and let's see how fast this car accelerates. You guys will be able to see this on the video, actually how fast this car accelerates. So let's do, all right. a little bit off the line, but it's picking up speed. And I mean, it's no M3, but it's adequately quick. I mean, we didn't get any tire spin. The car just gripped and went and go. I think there is some turbo lag. You know, this B48 engine that's in here, you know, it kind of takes a little bit for it to get to where it needs to go for the torque to hit very well. But then once it hits, it goes. So adequate power. You know, you're not going to burn anybody at the light or anything like that. But for everyday driving, it's adequate enough. I've been noticing on my drives, just me driving without really noticing what's been going on, not really like trying to drive eco-friendly. I've been averaging around 26, 27 miles per gallon. So that's really, really good, especially for this car in this class. And you can actually, when you got it in sport mode, if you be quiet, which I'm going to be quiet here in a second, you can actually kind of hear the turbo. Now, I don't know if that's pumped in turbo noise, but I do hear the turbo a little bit. So this turbo is spooling up pretty well. And it's kind of cool. Just adds time to like the driving dynamics of the vehicle, which I think is pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool that BMW builds all their cars and have just a little bit of just a taste of performance in them, regardless of what you buy. So I think that's really cool there. All right, I'm gonna give it some gas. I mean, you guys can see right there, man. I mean, you can hear the engine a little bit. The car gets up and moves. I mean, it isn't the quickest thing in the world, but it's definitely not the slowest. I've definitely driven a lot slower cars, especially SUVs. And this thing will surprise a lot of people, man. This engine is very torquey, very punchy. And you can cover some ground pretty quick, especially with this X drive. Definitely not gonna have any issues getting any traction or anything like that. So what I'm gonna do right now is go on this little back road that I know here. It's kind of got some twisties on it. I'm just gonna kind of take y'all through some of the twisties and actually so you can see how the car reacts, and I'll be going through and telling you guys exactly how I feel. Do I feel confident? Do I not? Is this car adequate through the turns as well as going straight? So it is a little wet, so I'm not gonna go too crazy, but we're gonna see how it's gonna do through these turns up here. All right, got a little right up here. Yeah, it feels pretty good. I haven't felt traction brake yet. Got a turn right here. A lot of body lean, but it is an SUV. I had to slow down a little bit through that turn where I usually don't have to in normal cars. But I did feel some body lean, but the tires didn't feel like they broke traction. I just felt so much lean that it made me brake. I didn't feel very confident taking that turn right there. Swallows up that bump right there. Kind of speeding through this little section here. Got this left turn coming up. Okay. That turn felt very, very good. And we are done. So that little section right there, it was pretty good. I mean, it didn't do bad. It did adequate for what I thought this car was going to do. I mean, I'm not going to be drifting this thing or anything like that, but I felt confident enough to take that in very, very good speeds, especially on that back road with this type of car. Oh man, that guy was getting it. This dude is in a big old Explorer. He just like burnt his tires and everything. Like he was really getting it. That was kind of crazy. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is actually put the car in manual mode where I'm gonna be doing the shifting so I can see how this ZF8 reacts. I think this car has just a standard ZF8 that you'll get in any of the regular BMWs. Nothing special about this ZF8. I just want to see how responsive it is. Shifts aren't bad. They're very smooth. You can tell that they got it programmed for smoothness over like sharpness, which I expect in this type of car. Oh no, shifts feel pretty good. I can't even really tell that the car is even shifting. That's how smooth it is. All right, everyone, so these are my final thoughts on the 2021 X1. I think it is a fine commuter car. Car has all the features you want. It's got the CarPlay, Android Auto, it has navigation, has it's a decent sound system. Definitely, I would say upgrade to the Harman Kardon if you have the option. Definitely get the premium package, and I think you have yourselves a nice compact SUV. It's gonna be good on gas. You'll be able to tote 4 adults comfortably, maybe even 2 adults and 3 kids comfortably, and you got some nice cargo space in the back, and you have a nice panoramic roof. So I would say it's a nice buy, man. So if you're in the market for a compact SUV, definitely check this out, man. I think you put this on your list, go drive it, and see if you like it. I mean, I think I like it. Would I personally buy one? You know, as like a second car just to get around town in, maybe tote some stuff in? Maybe. I could see myself buying one. You know, I got enough room in it. I'm comfortable. I could take a trip or so in this and be okay. The seats, you know, they're not going to hold you in for any turns or anything, but if you hold on tight enough to the steering wheel, you're all right. You're not going to go anywhere. So, all in all, it's a very nice car. Definitely consider it. It's not a bad price starting at $36K. You know, definitely something to consider if you're in the market for one of these. So that's my thoughts. If you have any other questions, comments, anything you'd like to ask me about this car and my time with it, did have for a couple of days, please comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you have questions about, and I'll make sure to answer them for you. So as always, thank you for watching this review. Please hit that subscribe button. All the subscriptions I've been getting so far hit past the 4,000 mark. Very greatly appreciate it. Thank you for everyone out there. And I'm going to keep bringing y'all this content, all right? So that's all I have today, and I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.